They say a woman never forgets her wedding day, but she also never forgets the day it didn't happen. For her, both were the same day. She had everything ready: the dress, the vows, the dream she built from scratch. He had everything too, except honesty. 3 days before the wedding, he walked in with a quiet look and a rehearsed sigh. He said, "It's not you, it's just, I can't do this right now." And then he left. No explanation, no reason, just silence, the kind that burns longer than words. She waited for him to come back, for hours, then days, then she saw the photo. He was smiling, not alone. A different woman beside him, richer, louder, the kind who never needed to ask twice. That night, something inside her cracked, but it didn't break. It froze. She stopped crying, she deleted his number, and she whispered something into the empty room. "One day, you'll remember me, not for love, but for what I became." Months turned into years. She moved to another city, got a new job, then a promotion. She learned how to speak less and listen more, how to look like she'd forgiven when she hadn't forgotten. He had once told her, "You're too soft for this world." So she became steel, smooth, silent, unbreakable. Every scar became strategy, every memory a motive. It arrived on a Wednesday, a gold-edged envelope. No sender's name, just an address she knew by heart. The same hotel where she was supposed to get married. Inside, and wedding invite. His wedding. She stared at it for a long time. Not angry, not hurt, just curious. How funny, she thought. Some people never change the venue, only the partner. That night, she poured herself a glass of wine, opened her laptop, and began to write her RSVP. It said only one word: attending. She didn't plan revenge out of anger. Anger is noisy, sloppy. She planned it out of silence, the kind that thinks before it strikes. She learned everything about the bride, her family, her company, her secrets. And one detail stood out: the bride's father, the same businessman who'd once destroyed his career. He'd spent years blaming her for his failures. Now, he was marrying into the very empire that had humiliated him. Fate doesn't always knock. Sometimes it sends an invite. She entered the hall like a ghost wearing gold. No bitterness, no tremor, just grace. When he saw her, his smile cracked mid-sentence. He froze, glass in hand. The crowd blurred behind him. For a moment, he thought she'd come to make a scene, but she only smiled, a polite, practiced smile, the kind that hides 1,000 unspoken lines. When it was time for speeches, she stepped forward, calm as light. The microphone waited. He looked terrified, because the past was standing right in front of him, holding the present hostage. She said softly, "They say every wedding tells a love story, but not all love stories end with 'I do.' Some end with 'I learned.'" Laughter scattered through the crowd, not knowing what was coming. "Love," she continued, "isn't about who stands beside you. It's about who stood by you when no one else did. Some people forget that. Some people learn it too late." And then she handed the mic to the bride. But before letting go, she whispered something. Just 5 words, soft enough that only he heard them. "Check the projector after dessert." He didn't understand, not yet. Later that night, as the cake was served, the lights dimmed. A video started playing. The couple's love story montage, except it wasn't their video. The screen showed him 2 years ago, the day after he left her, his messages to the new woman, his recorded calls, his confession about faking love for stability. Every word, every lie, played for hundreds of guests. The room froze. Gasps, whispers. The bride's hand trembled. And she just sat there, calm, still, glass in hand. VO, cold, poetic. She didn't expose him to destroy him. She exposed him to free herself from the story he wrote for her. By the time the lights came back on, she was gone. No confrontation, no scene, just a note left on the table beside his drink. It said, "You once told me I'd never be enough. Tonight proved I was more than you could handle." He tried to find her, but she'd already left the city. By morning, his photos were trending, not as the groom, but as the man who got exposed on his own wedding night. In another city, she woke up to silence. Not the kind that hurts, the kind that heals. She made coffee, turned on her playlist, smiled. It wasn't revenge she felt, it was release. Peace disguised as payback. They'll say she humiliated him, but she didn't. He did that himself, the moment he underestimated what silence can do. Revenge isn't always loud. It sometimes walks in heels, smiles politely, and leaves before the damage begins. Because real payback is when they realize you were never coming back.